Hello, it's Lisa with another Cursillo Minute. So we're going to continue on talking about discipleship. We talked about the importance of sacrificially giving of our time, talent, and treasure. We're called to be good stewards. Every gift, every blessing that we have received comes from God, and we're called to give these gifts away to others, to help bring others closer to Him, to help bring us closer to Him. The other thing we talked about was the power and importance of prayer and sacrifice. And as Cursistas, we know the importance of offering palanca as the weekends approach for the team and the babe chicks. But this palanca can also be offered for the movement itself. Today, we are going to talk about bringing people closer to Christ, reaching out to them. Maybe there's someone in your parish or your ministries that you've mentioned Cursillo to in the past, and maybe they've said, oh, I'll think about it. No, it's not for me. But maybe this is the year for them to come. Maybe 2024 is the time for them. And so we've planted these little seeds. Every time we talk about Cursillo, every time we invite somebody to Cursillo, we plant these seeds. And maybe this is the time that these seeds are ready to bloom. And don't give up and ask those people once again. The next thing I want to talk about is, I think, just so important. To ask the Holy Spirit to highlight people to you at Mass, in your ministries, that you may not know well, or maybe you've never said more than a hi to. And get to know them better. Have coffee with them. A lot of parishes have coffee and donuts after Mass. Grab a cup and join them at their table, or invite them to sit with you. And just get to know them better. Just get to, hey, how long have you been coming here? So what's your relationship like with God? You know, a lot of times I think, I've heard these conversations I've had these conversations with people. Oh, that person is very well set in their faith. They're very dedicated to their faith. And when you ask them, oh, really? Like, what's their story? And they're like, oh, I don't know, but I see him every week at church. But that doesn't mean anything. How many times? Like, I went to church every Sunday. It didn't mean I had a relationship with God. And this is an opportunity to open that door to helping them get to know God better, to helping them develop an intimate relationship with Jesus. Maybe this will help your relationship with Jesus to grow in intimacy as well. Sharing our faith, inviting them to grouping. You do not have to be a Cursista to group, but just to share faith, just to share our struggles. So ask the people, what is your story? You just don't understand the power of a witness. I recently heard a powerful testimony from someone, and they were open and vulnerable, and they were like, when I asked their story, they said, oh, well, it's a long one. I said, well, give me the abbreviated version. And they were able to give me this powerful testimony in just a few minutes. And so that's what we're called to do. Share our story. Because you never know how God is going to use our story to speak to another person. Maybe some people think they're too far gone from Christ. They're too far away. They're too broken. They're too full of shame. They're too full of wounds. But that's not the case. And oftentimes, we are the ones that God is using to, it's not that other guy. It's us. We are called to go out and be the face of Christ to others. And so my challenge for you this week is to go out and share your story with someone. Ask them what their story is, and help bring Christ into a deeper intimacy with them. And you never know how Jesus will use their story to influence you as well. De Colores.